Hello guys, and welcome back to Fox the Fox Report. So, we draw 1-1 at Old Trafford against Manchester United. Now, it could have been 2-1, a goal by Maddison, but it gets disallowed by VAR for an apparent foul on Rafael Varane by Kelechi Iheanacho. Apparently, he drags his leg apart. The referee sees it on the screen, and I have seen calls like these where the same play happens, and yes, based on how the video shows on the screen, the referee will make that call. But if you ask me, which team played better, which team deserved the win, we did. We played much better football, definitely organized in the defense, in the midfield, most part, and we had better chemistry. With United, it was really just trying to see how they can attack, mostly using the sides, not really playing with the striker because Ronaldo was apparently had an illness and couldn't play in this match. But yeah, everyone, I'm pretty sure even Man U fans could admit that we played much better. Our players, surprisingly, just playing in that atmosphere at Old Trafford, Man U fans just chanting whatever it is they're chanting, but really not crumpling under pressure. I was so satisfied with everybody, how they played. Everyone on that pitch played a big part in our performance. Mendy, of course, just giving him more minutes of playing time. You can see what he does when he has the ball. Very creative, can definitely see those open spaces to give a pass, change the ball from one field to the other, one side to the other. And yeah, it's almost, you almost feel sorry that, we haven't used them earlier this season, but now we can see what he can give us, and definitely not a player to be sitting on the bench. As well as James Justin, just outrunning that right side. Alex Telles, Luke Shaw were no match for him. Yeah, so a lot of just great things seeing from this match based on our players and how they performed. But before we go all into this match, first I'm going to go over to the starting 11 that Brendan Rodgers put out. And we go back with the other formation that was a 4-2-3-1. Kasper Schmeichel in goal, our back four. On the left side, we have Castagna. In the center, Fofana and Johnny Evans. And on the right, we have James Justin. Our two defensive midfielders on the left, Papi Mendy, and on the right, Yuri Tielemans. And our three attacking midfielders on the left side, Harvey Barnes. In the center, KDH. And on the right, James Maddison with our lone striker, Kelechi Iheanacho. Now, going about this starting 11, I definitely, honestly speaking, I want to see Daka in because he really hasn't been given that many minutes. He usually has been a sub. And of course, knowing the defense of Man U, not as pacey as you could say. So Daka definitely playing in this match would have probably been a big advantage for us. But either way, it is the starting 11. Kelechi Iheanacho, great at times. Definitely you could say he played much better towards the second half, but before scoring that goal and after that as well. But also really going about using our players that we have. Lookman specifically not starting once again. So, you have to see, what may be the reasons to why Brendan Rodgers doesn't want to put these players on. Is he saving them for our next match that will be in the Conference League? Who knows, but definitely we do have players, important players on the bench as well, in which I would think he would use them in this match, but, Brendan Rodgers is the manager, so he'll make the choices that he best sees fit. But overall, starting in that first half, you could say it was going either way. Even though Man U had a bit more chances, it wasn't yet for both teams, that definitive attacking side that could have and just produce more and more opportunities. It was more so just really trying to find the rhythm, and it did take mostly the first half where we were just going, either one way or the other, just back and forth. But more so, the defense on both sides looked very organized. Definitely not leaving any open spaces, and also glad to have Fofana back in the starting 11 as well as Johnny Evans. Definitely much more security in our defense having these players because they just know how to run that role, specifically Johnny Evans. Someone who has been playing for many years, can definitely captain that back line, definitely showing Fofana, telling Castagna as well as Justin where to be and where to defend. So yeah, if anything, much more secure, much more relief for us fans to have these players in our defense, and specifically the wing backs. The wing backs, pacey, Castagna pacey, knows how to give those long balls. James Justin, those 1-2s with his right back, with his right wing as well. and can just, definitely be that player to not only defend, but also attack. Now, going about Kelechi Iheanacho in that first half, like I said, I wanted to see Daka, because with Daka, you see quick movement. You see him press high, give no time for the defense to think, wanting them to give long balls. And with Kelechi Iheanacho, he's more so just holding his ground, not necessarily making the runs, which, I mean, the style I like to see is a striker to just go about, press up, press. But with Kelechi, he holds, he stays, for me, I feel like it slows down the game. But of course, it's just, I don't know, it's a different system with Kelechi Iheanacho and Patson Daka. But definitely it does come about. He definitely does give the result that we need, which came about in the second half with his header. So, other than that, great. But going about the second half, you definitely see us as a whole team much more confident, like I said, not really crumpling under pressure, and really taking on Man United players like 50-50. Definitely they did not seem very intimidated. KDH, a player that has just been running up and down. Everyone can probably say the same thing. More so in that first half, you could see that he was trying to play those quick plays with James Maddison and Harvey Barnes, but at times he would be just a tad, just an extra touch that will just slow down the play. But of course, you see him run and contribute that second goal. That first goal in the second half. So we have a counter-attack off a corner by us. Man U have possession. They're on a counter-attack. I believe Fred has the ball. And then they go towards the right. You have KDH just running out to win that challenge. He wins it. He sees Maddison on the left side. He gives him that ball. And Maddison, the fact that he can shoot those free kicks, but also his crosses were just spot on. He sees Kelechi Iheanacho all the way inside the box on the right side, and Kelechi Iheanacho knowing where to be. He's there, he receives it, he heads it in, and then just takes a touch off De Gea, but goes inside the net. What a relief. Honestly, just seeing that goal, it was just like, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect us to honestly be winning at Old Trafford. The fact that we've been playing great football, but then again, winning at Old Trafford in front of the fans, Man United fans, it doesn't seem realistic until it actually happens. Of course you have that confidence in your team to play great, but when you actually see it happen, it's like, whoa, that's insane. And then we have that goal by Man United, just that equalizer where I think it was Kelechi Iheanacho who just didn't go in for that challenge. He just didn't put his full effort in it. He just kind of 50-50 that. And then you have Rafael Varane right behind them, just going full force, winning that ball. Then he gives it off to, I believe, Fred. Fred gives it off to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes takes a shot, and then Kasper Schmeichel blocks it. And then, it's just one of those things where you have to be on your toes and just wait for that deflection to happen. And then, Man United, Fred got the ball and took the shot, and then it's 1-1. It's just one of those things where I feel as though even before that play happened, I feel as though we were satisfied with that 1-goal lead. We just couldn't keep on attacking, taking much more control. We were just kind of just playing around with Man United, just, passing the ball back around, where I think Daniel Marty, who gave that ball back to Kasper Schmeichel before he just, tried to give a long pass, I think he should have took the ball and just try to just boot it out on the right side rather than give it back to Schmeichel. But it's just one of those things where you have to always be focused, even though you're winning 1-0. Just remember who you're playing against. Man U, Old Trafford, the atmosphere. Many teams cannot do that. And the fact that we're having the lead 1-0, you have to keep going. You have to keep playing like it's 0-0. And it's just, one of those unfortunate things, but we have to correct. But overall, we were playing much, much better. Definitely much more just relieved and more confident coming into our next match that will be next week on Thursday for the Conference League quarterfinals against PSV. So yeah, that's just definitely great to see that we can play the way we want to play at an away stadium. And KDH, Maddison, specifically Maddison, having the possession of the ball, knowing when to take on players, knowing when to cut back, knowing when to send the ball over, change sides. It's great to have him there. Tielemans as well. But overall, with our players, it wasn't, they played great throughout the entire match. It was more so gradually starting from the first half, being, somewhat mistakes at times, but getting towards that rhythm, finding the control that we want to find. So you can't say, it wasn't our best game. And of course, we have seen better. But definitely with this draw, with this performance, we cannot not be satisfied. Great. Everyone played their part. Great. Fantastic. As well as just going about, coming back from international break. Of course, some players went to play off the qualifiers or friendly matches with their national teams, while others rested. So it is the first game back, and sometimes that chemistry can leak just a bit, and it takes time to, gain that back once again. But overall, like I said, great, fantastic. We move on. Very important point over at Old Trafford. And some fans are also thinking with this, playing like this, going on to next season, we can definitely battle out for the top 4 positions once again. And I do not disagree. I do not disagree whatsoever. And I think, we have the team. It's all about in here. Of course, having the players like Fofana, Johnny Evans back in the squad, and just waiting for more players like Wilfred Ndidi, who's unfortunately out for the season. And then Jamie Vardy. If we have all these players back, we'll definitely be one dangerous side. Now, going about our next match, that's definitely something to think about. Of course, I will make an episode for the pre-match review. But yeah, it's just all about rest, regroup. Sucks that we don't have Mendy. He's not included in the Conference League squad. Very unfortunate, but also we cannot underappreciate his presence there on the pitch. Definitely, we have to keep him, I think. He's definitely caused some sort of just advantage for us in the attack as well as the defense. I know I did say at times where I wanted to see Samori in because I think he has much more pace, but Mendy has that mentality to, give those passes, start a good pass, start a great play, see players who are open like Harvey Barnes or who are playing on the right side, and then give that long ball. But yeah, overall, it was, like I said, great, fantastic. We move on now off to PSV. And believe it or not, PSV also drew this past weekend in which they were losing 3-0. But I will leave all of that for the pre-match review. I'll discuss more of that about that match. But honestly, I think we can win. But like I said, yeah, so I'll leave it all to there. And anything else you guys want to ask me, any questions, comments about this match, just leave it all in the comment section below. And I'll be sure to answer them. And I'll see you next time for that pre-match review that will be at the King Power Stadium between Leicester City and PSV. Take care.